Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we're doing another 8-4 Shadows over Innistrad draft. Let's just make the pick real quick here. I think it's going to be Welcome to the Fold. LSV would probably pick Ongoing Investigation, but I still like a Control Magic effect quite a bit. There's also a Rabid Bite in here, which is good, but even if you don't Madness this, being able to steal a creature for 4 mana is still pretty good. Thanks for everybody for tuning into the stream. The tentative times for that are still Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I don't have an exact time yet, but I imagine I usually get up early these days, so I imagine it starts early and goes till probably mid-afternoon. Well, Burn from Within's a super strong card, so probably just going to nab that. In blue, we also have Drownyard Explorers, Drunau Corpse Trawler, and Knacking Thoughts, which are good, but it's hard to resist a Disintegrate spell. I know I'm going to forget that this can make things lose indestructible. It actually doesn't make sense. Like, what's the point of being indestructible if a burn spell can destroy you, right? Yeah, so thanks for tuning into the stream. Everybody that's subscribed, keep those subscriptions coming. Also, if you could like this video and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, that really helps this channel and these videos get seen by more people, getting the community bigger, which I would like to do. Grow this community. That would be great. So, Burn from Within. Got it. Well, you know me. I got a soft spot for Indulgent Aristocrat. Yeah, this card is phenomenal. You get that Sanitarium Skeleton synergy, which is already good. But on top of that, you also get the Call the Bloodline synergy, which is just outrageously good. So I really like Indulgent Aristocrat a lot, and we're not giving up too much for it. Gatstaff Arsonist is pretty good. Throttle's playable for sure, but I like the Aristocrat. Really powerful card. I take it early because I think it's really good. Okay, well, we have Ulvenwald Mysteries now. I'm fine with taking that too. You know, I've heard things said like thrown around like mythic quality uncommon. I don't know if I'd go that far, but I do think it's a very good card, and I'm happy to take it here. It actually has pretty cool synergy with Indulgent Aristocrat. Sack a creature, get a human. That's kind of crazy. Wait a second. I mean, this doesn't go infinite, but that is really good. You basically get double sack out of each regular creature that you... That's pretty cool. Not to mention you get a clue out of it. That's pretty insane. I like that. I'm going to take it. Okay. I like Stitched Mangler. I like Farbog Revenant. Epitaph Golem, if you want to basically go infinite with your deck. If you have, like, some sick mill yourself out stuff. There's also Gatstaff Arsonist. So, based on the cards I already have, all 4 of these cards are really powerful. Burn from Within's probably just the strongest because it just can kill your opponent outright, and it deals with any threat, basically. So, I guess I'm going to err towards red, if anything. But Arsonist is a 5-drop. I'd probably rather have a Stitched Mangler, I guess. It seems like the best card here. I like the Mangler. I think some people don't like it. I like it, though. I think it's good. I'm going to take Mangler. Alright, so now Skeleton for the Aristocrat synergy. True Faith Sensor for humans. No, I think we probably just take the Skeleton now. We are off to a very strange start, but one I'm okay with at the moment. I think we'll get this all figured out. Okay, we have Blood Mad Vampire, which is good. We've got Watcher in the Web, which is good. Nothing in black. Manic Scribe, which is more of like a mill out thing. If you want to watch me draft a mill deck, I did do that on stream. I forget which stream now, so it's going to be hard to find, I guess. But I wasn't a huge fan. I had a pretty insane deck, too, and I wasn't a huge fan of it. I could just take Blood Mad Vampire. It seems like the best. I guess Harvest Hand's fine. Usually don't want it. I don't feel like every deck's going to play it. I could take it, though. I guess because it's colorless. Actually, Probably Blood Mad Vampire because it's got better Indulgent Aristocrat synergy. Yeah, that might have made more sense. So now it's Neonate versus Duelist. They're both pretty good. I'm a huge fan of the Neonate now. I guess Harvest Hand technically has Uvenwald Mystery synergy since it makes humans, but I might just want to take the Duelist here. I actually really like the Neonate, though. Duelist is really aggressive, but so is Neonate, and it's got Madness synergy. I'm still going to take Duelist. We'll see if that pans out. Okay. I mean, Necropod's actually a decent card. I guess it's the best card for us here. There is a Silent Observer, actually. The thing is, I kind of want to start locking into something here. And I'm just not sure what yet. Guess I'm going to take the Necropod. Alright, Corpse Trawler, I guess, is cool. Pale Rider's pretty good. It's also a Vessel, but I'm already in 4 colors. There's a Loam Dryad, but Mystery's probably just not happening. Crow of Dark Tidings is fine too, but I'm going to take the Pale Rider. Alright, Dual Shot's actually pretty playable. Here's that, I had double Fleeting Memories in my mill deck. Fleeting Memories, Uvenwald Mysteries is kind of cool, actually, but... yeah, I think I'm just going to take the Dual Shot. Fleeting Memories is fine. Like I said, I wasn't a huge fan of the mill deck when I played it. I think it's playable, but not great. Okay, I can take Press for Answers here. Maybe blue is the direction. I'm not sure yet. Still trying to get a handle on things. I think all we've figured out so far is that we are black. Still not quite ready to pull the trigger on the second deck. Like I said, I feel like Burn From Within is probably still the strongest card in our pool, which makes me want to go more down that direction. And since I have the Aristocrat, black-red does seem good. There's a... wow. Isn't Westvale Abbey worth something? It was worth like 5 tickets at one point. Yeah, it still is. All right, well, I'm taking 5 tickets. It's also a very good card. LSV said not to take it. I forget which card he said he would take over it. He said he didn't value it as highly as maybe a lot of people do, but I think it's a pretty insane card. If we had some more... well, it's another card that's like cool with Uvenwald Mysteries. We're going to take Westvale Abbey here for sure. It also spits stuff out for Aristocrat, which is not to be overlooked. This pack would be insane for a sealed pool. Just insane. Dreadnought and a Cursed Witch. But let's take the Abbey, 5 tickets at least, and we're 100% playing it, so... okay, now... this is a bit of a weak pack. So we could take the Woodland Stream to splash the Uvenwald Mysteries, but then we're kind of more down the blue. Probably just take the Arsonist, I guess. I still would like to play red. Arsonist is a very strong card. It's just kind of an unexciting second pick, since it is indeed 5 mana. So I could have had a Blood Mad Vamp over the Harvest Hand. It's my one regret so far from this draft. Okay, Heir of Falconwrath is insane, so we're just going to take that. Pretty happy that we got that too. Let's just commit. I think we're far enough along where we have to be just like pull the trigger on this deck, you know? It is time. So let us pull the trigger. I'm fine with most of these cards. Some are a little bit questionable for this archetype, but Heir of Falconwrath is not questionable at all. It is very much bonkers. Okay, Murderous Compulsion's not exactly what our deck wants to do since we're typically a beatdown deck, but since there's nothing else, I guess a Senseless Rage. Senseless Rage with Heir of Falconwrath is insane. That's insane. I'll just discard a card and get a 5/4 flyer on turn 3. Yeah, that's pretty insane. Maybe I just go for that. Even turn 4, 5/5 Skulk is not bad. But Compulsion does remove things, and we're probably going to need removal. We're a bit lacking on that, and Behind the Scenes is probably not going to make this deck. If we end up with Call the Bloodline, I'd probably pretty happily play Behind the Scenes, but for now we'll get the Compulsion. Ghoulsteed's good too. It's just you can't really, these cards that you have to pay a lot of mana to and discard, it's just much more difficult to get the madness effect you want when you want it. All right, Blood Mad Vampire, slamming it over the Sanguinary Mage. I like this card. For some reason, people aren't a big fan. Still haven't figured out why. Mad Prophet's very insane, even though there is a Gorger in here, which technically, does fit in with the vampire theme. I'd still prefer the Mad Prophet. This card is just very powerful. Another Sanitarium Skeleton as well. So we've got an interesting plan, actually. We can buy time now, and we actually have a good late game plan. So there's a good chance now. We actually have a great late game plan, considering we have Westvale Abbey too. I think we're more on, we're going to take Reduce here. I think we're more on just buy time and win in the late game at this point. Or beat down early. Like, we kind of have the best of both worlds right now. The hyper-efficient guys that can trade up if we need them on defense. I saw LSV play this one, and I was actually kind of impressed. It does a lot. We could take the Grotesque Mutation, too. Magmatic Chasm is, it's fine. Uncaged Fury is pretty good. I'm going to take the Mythic here. I watched him play it, and I was pretty impressed. You do have to pay 7 mana and basically take a turn off, but finding 3 of anything can be good. I might just want the Uncaged Fury, I guess. Like, this Mythic is okay. This probably isn't the right deck for it, I guess. It can find Burn from Within, which is nice, but we'll take the Uncaged Fury just because this wins games. All right, Stincia Masquerade's great. I'd like the Rancid Rats, too, but we're going to take the Masquerade pretty happily. All right, so pack 3, we really got to clean up on some nice vampires. Let's just give Ormondal First Strike in addition to the abilities he already has, even though it's completely unnecessary since he's indestructible. Maybe we'll end up Burn from Withinning our own Ormondal. I've been meaning to try out Spiteful Motives, and I think this is a good opportunity to do it. I think it's actually a pretty strong card. My one issue with it is this is not the ideal deck for it. Pack 3 could turn it into the ideal deck for it, but as of now, Spiteful Motives is not really what this deck is looking for. I'm going to actually cut things for now that I don't want to play, if possible. Like even Harvest Hand, probably don't want in here. So everything else is fine. I'm even willing to main deck Dual Shot. I found the card to be pretty reasonably main deckable. So we really are just going to need like 7 cards, which is not horrible. All right, Ghoulsteed came back. It's pretty awesome. Taking it over the Hulking Devil. Okay. The Vessel's playable, though not something I'm super interested in main decking. Not in the same deck as Stincia Masquerade. So we still have the hope that this deck can get a bit more aggressive than it is. Currently, I don't hate where our deck's at, because this is a curve that's just ready to be made better. Do we have any madness? We have Murderous Compulsion, Masquerade, Blood Mad. Kind of want to take the Neonate here, but there is another Blood Mad Vampire. And there's a Geist Blast. I think we want, we kind of want some more high pressure cards, which I guess means take the Blood Mad Vampire. Another Madness Enabler wouldn't hurt, but like I said, I actually like Blood Mad Vampire, especially with Stincia Masquerade. Those two love each other. Actually, Insolent Neonate and Masquerade love each other too. This is difficult. I want both of these cards. I guess I can go for the 1-drop. Move us more towards the aggressive direction, which I'm fine with. Hope to wheel the Blood Mad Vampire. I don't know what's more likely to wheel. All right, Castigator's pretty aggressive, no doubt. It's not a vampire, but can push through some damage. Nothing else here, so I will take it. It is a mythic after all. Hey, second aristocrat. Well, that's sweet. Deadweight too? Jeez. Aristocrats really start to get good in multiples, I'll tell you that. I'm going to take the aristocrat over the deadweight. I know people are going to think I'm crazy, but live with it. All right, Sinister Concoction. We're going to slam that over Rancid Rats. Let's see here. I guess I can take Whispers. It's a fairly aggressive card. Looks like we're not going to have a lack of playables. Let's see here. I guess Accomplice. Another 2-drop, which we kind of want, even though it's not a vampire. It's actually good sack fodder to Aristocrat. You end up getting double sack fodder out of it. Sanitarium Skeleton's going to be insane with double Aristocrat as well. Basically goes infinite with itself. So now we're in a pretty good spot. I feel like we're aggressive, but we also have an excellent late game plan. I'd like to do some upgrades, if at all possible, but we'll see if that option becomes available to us. I do sort of wish I had a second Blood Mad Vampire over a Harvest Hand. My one mistaken pick that is coming back to bite me a bit. Drownyard Temples for days. Maybe just hate the Apothecary, guys, because it gains our opponent's life, which could be annoying. I don't think Temple's worth anything, right? Even though it is, like, technically seeing play. I don't think it is. No, 20 cents. Well, I'd rather hate than get 20 cents, I guess. Although 20 cents adds up. Hey, more vampires. Perfect. Just what we're in the market for. Hey, Blood Mad Vamp came back. Thank you. Well, let's cut some of our top end then. Let's get a little more aggressive. I'm a little more willing to play Malevolent Whispers in this deck, but maybe I end up cutting it. We'll see. I could cut the Arsonist, I guess, but I kind of like the Arsonist. I like the Necropod too. Well, we'll figure it out. Kind of want the second Uncaged Fury. Well, the good news is we have a few vampires now, right? We have like a decent amount. Could take the Magmatic Chasm. We don't really have much flyers. We only have a couple. I guess I can take the Chasm. It's kind of a game-win card on stalled board states especially. Uncaged Fury is good too, but I think since we already have one, I'd like to diversify a little bit. All right, Senseless Rage. This actually looks like a deck that probably wants to play it. We'll see. Macabre Waltz. Do I have bomb creatures to bring back? I do have a couple. I guess it's possible. I'm in no need of a Wicker Witch, so okay. It also does trigger Madness. We're looking for some Madness enablers. Could happen. Hulking Devil's good with Magmatic Chasm. However, I don't really want to use it. Merciless Resolve, I guess, works well with Sanitarium Skeleton. They're both kind of worthless, I guess. All the Vessels of Malignity a little boy could ask for. All right, let's figure this deck out, because I think for now we're going to sideboard the Dual Shot. It's a better sideboard card. We have some decent removal in here, actually. We're aggressive enough where I might not want the Murderous Compulsion. We do have a Neonate and a... That's about it. That, like, synergy... Mad Prophet. That might be enough where I just keep the removal. People have said it's playable in every deck. I'll agree that it's playable in every deck, but I won't agree that you should be happy to have it in every deck. And I think this is one of those decks that's leaning towards you shouldn't be super happy that you have Murderous Compulsion in this build. I could cut the Necropod. We can possibly cut down to a 16 land deck. I do actually think that's possible here. We have a lot of we could get this curve down to the point where it's pretty much just a couple 5-drops. I might even cut the Malevolent Whispers main deck. Better sideboard card against certain decks. There's a lot of spirits. Like, Malevolent Whispers is good, but it's only good against certain decks. Maybe the Macabre Waltz can go. I like bringing creatures back, though. We're definitely cutting a non-creature card, that is for sure. Maybe we cut the Whispers. I feel like Whispers is better for an aggressive deck than a Macabre Waltz is, though. There's not like a ton of creatures I want to bring back. But we probably are going to make some trades, which will make Macabre Waltz better. Also, if we pay for... The beauty of this card is you can return Blood Mad Vampire to your hand and then discard it and play it right away for 4 mana. That is pretty strong. Like, we have how many guys that have Madness? I guess just the 2 Blood Mad Vampires. That's not a ton. You know, I really haven't played a lot with Malevolent Whispers. Oh, and Westvale Abbey, I guess, is going to get worse in a 16-land deck. I probably still rock it, though. We only have 1 double red. I'm definitely still jamming Castigator. Maybe I cut the Chasm main deck. Better sideboard card. The thing is, most of our cards are not evasive, which I really think makes Magmatic Chasm much better. Probably I like it more than Malevolent Whispers for that reason. I kind of want to lower our curve, which makes me want to cut the Whispers. And I don't want to cut a creature or a removal spell. Malevolent Whispers kind of acts as a removal spell for a temporary one, which is nice. And I guess Macabre Waltz is more of like a time-buying card. Maybe Senseless Rage can go. Yeah, you know what? It seems like the weakest card. I kind of want to use everything else a little bit more. So let's just cut the Senseless Rage. We've already got the Spiteful Motives, which is, in my opinion, a better card, I think, since it doesn't require being played at madness speed. So let's bring in the Westvale Abbey. We want more red than black, but I think we're going to do 8-7. Although we do want the black early, don't we? Do I want it the other way around? We do need the black early. So wait, maybe I am supposed to be running 17 lands because of Westvale Abbey's count. Westvale Abbey's a spell. All right, for that reason, let's cut the... I'm going to cut the Whispers. I feel like more value to be gained from Macabre Waltz with like Castigator and stuff. And like even Voldaren Duelist, the Blood Mad Vampires. We'll find out. And it keeps our curve lower. So let's just add the last Swamp. So we have 8-8. Yeah, that seems reasonable to me. I wanted to get away with 16 lands in this deck, but Westvale Abbey just makes that too difficult. All right, so here's the deck. I've only got a few seconds left here. How many vampires did we end up with total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not bad. 8 is not bad. It's like bare minimum amount, but we've got a little bit of infinite going with the Sanitarium Skeleton, which is nice. We've got some cool synergies. We look like we can be fairly aggressive. I like this deck. I'd like to give it a B. Let's give it a low B. I'll give it an 80%, just because I don't have time to go through everything. So, all right. With that, we will see you round 1.